one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power.
Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Midtown, Atlanta, where you are welcome. Such is the nature of life that all it asks and all it wants is the opportunity to appear. You are that opportunity, and so am I. And so it is. Whoever you are, whatever path brought you here today, please know that you are welcomed and celebrated. We know who you are. You're an individual expression of the divine life in which we all live. Your life's opportunity to be someone unique and wonderful. Whatever your ethnic background, your religious affiliations, and however you know and describe yourself, we are glad you're joining us here today. And you're welcome to join this community in whatever way serves you. Here's our vision statement. We are a strong, open, globally connected community centered on the clarity of principle through teaching, service, and practice. We create a safe and respectful environment that supports healthy spiritual growth. And now for a little bit more about who we are. Our Declaration of Principles is written by our founder, Ernest Holmes.
A few of the Declaration of Principles we live by.
I believe in one God, one absolute power, and first cause to all things.
I believe that this power is perfect love, and it creates out of a desire to express love.
I believe all thought is creative, and how I choose to think creates my personal experience.
I believe in the unity of all life, and the immortality of the individual soul forever unfolding.
I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of God to all.
And so it is.
So grateful, hey.
Welcome back. So a practitioner is someone who's demonstrated the ability to use spiritual practice and spiritual laws to bring about great changes in their lives. And they've demonstrated they know how to bring about these changes in others when asked. Licensed by Centers for Spiritual Living, they're available to assist you and guide you in areas where you're looking for assistance. And you can contact them through our website, cslmidtown.org. And this morning, we have a wonderful practitioner emeritus, Becky Fox. Thanks, Becky.
Thank you. It's always a great joy for me to be a part of your community. So why don't we just begin to go into that heart space. And it's here where I recognize that there is one presence, one life, one infinite intelligence expressing through all. And so as I speak this prayer for my own consciousness, I invite all others to join me in this oneness of divine spirit. Right here and right now, I open my heart and center my awareness in this divine truth. I release the noise of the outer world and gently return to this quiet space, the stillness within, knowing I am held, guided, and supported by a loving and creative power. As each of us gathers in this sacred space, I know alignment with peace, with love, with wisdom, and I allow that presence to move through me, as me, and for me. I know a clear, powerful blessing for Reverend Dr. Ron, recognizing that this divine wisdom speaks through him with clarity, grace, and inspiration. I know his message this morning is received in open and receptive hearts, and that each of us is touched, awakened, and renewed by the truth revealed. I begin now grounded in this truth, open in spirit and ready to receive. I release this prayer into the divine, knowing that it is already done. And so it is.
So it is.
And now, some music from Karen Drucker.
I think this song is appropriate for right now. So I'm going to have you sing this with me. Let me sing it a few times. You can get it. It's what it's about, what my talk is about today. That we can change the world one heart at a time. And we can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, and you're a part of me. So that's the whole thing right there if you want to sing that. We can change the world one heart at a time, one heart at a time. And we can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I see you, I know you, I know you, you're a part of me, you're a part of me. Let's do that again. And we can change the world, we can change the world, one heart at a time, one heart at a time. And we can change the world, we can change the world, one heart at a time, one heart at a time. I see you, I see you, I know you, I know you, you're a part of me. And my heart is open to love. And my heart is ready to love you, you, you. So sing with me now. You can change. You can change the world. You can change the one heart at a time. One heart. And you can change the world. You can change the one heart at a time. One heart. I see you. I see you. I see you. I know you. I know you. You're a part of me. All right, now here's the big part of this song. I can change the world. I can change the one heart at a time. One heart. And I can change the world. I can change the one heart at a time. One heart. I see you. I see you. I see you. I know you. I know you. You're a part of me. And my heart is open to love. Oh, my heart is ready to love each of you. And we can change the world one heart at a time. And we can change the world. We can change one heart at a time now. We need it, we can change. We can change the world one heart, one heart, one heart, one heart at a time. We can change one heart at a time. But it starts with me right here, right now, putting my hand out to someone. One heart, one heart, one heart.
So it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker this morning. So we want to welcome back Reverend Dr. Ron Fox, who's been with us before. We appreciate his wisdom, his humor, and living from your heart, Reverend Dr. Ron Fox. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I just want to second what my wife said. We just so enjoy being with you and your community. So thank you again for inviting us. So in case you haven't guessed, I'm going to speak on living from your heart today. And I want to begin by reading something I saw on the internet. I don't even remember. It's been a long time, but it's titled Note to Self. What is my purpose in life? I asked the void. What if I told you that you fulfilled it when you took an extra hour to talk to that kid about his life, said the voice. Or when you paid for that young couple in the restaurant. Or when you saved that dog in traffic. Or when you tied your father's shoes for him. Your problem is that you equate your purpose with goal-based achievements. The universe isn't interested in your goal-based achievements, just your heart. When you choose to act out of kindness, compassion, and love, you're already aligned with your true purpose. You need to look no further. So there's a place within you that's older than doubt, that's wiser than your fear, that is stronger than any story you've ever told about yourself. That place is your heart. You know, New Thought teaches us that life isn't happening to us, that life is happening through us. And when we live from our heart, we create an intention-filled life. You know, it's said that the mind analyzes, the heart knows. The mind says, what if I fail? The heart says, what if I fly? Imagine making choices from that place. Imagine having conversations from that place. And maybe even most important, imagine building communities from that place. Can you imagine if we built our communities from the place? What if we can fly? What if we can all fly together? You know, when we open our hearts, we dissolve the myth of separation. So I want to tell you a fable. And the fable is about people who have died and they're waiting in line to be judged. And they're all, you know, they all have their own thoughts about what's going to happen. And some of them may be thinking, I wonder if they'll ask me if I was a good parent. And some others might be thinking, I wonder if they're going to ask me if I achieved great things. Or maybe some others are thinking, I wonder if they'll ask me if I was generous, or if I went to church or services every Sunday. And yet, when each one had their turn to be judged, they were only asked one question: how well did you love? How well did you love? You know, a reporter once asked Mother Teresa, "What's the purpose of life?" And she said, "To receive and to give love." You know, we're a culture that's based on what we have accomplished. We're a culture that values doing. You know, but the truth is that seeking money, seeking fame, seeking things, that's not going to bring us happiness. You know, think about that. At the end of our life, when we go wherever we're going to go, the money, the things, the fame, that all stays here. So those things, and they don't grant us happiness in life. But you know what could grant us happiness in life? Remembering something that Helen Keller once said many years ago: fidelity to a worthy purpose, giving our lives to something that matters, to something that's real, for something that has a purpose, not just for ourselves, but for the people around us. David Spangler is a writer, a spiritual writer. And in one of his books titled The Call, he said that our primary call is to love and accept love. Almost exactly what Mother Teresa said, to love and accept love. And he said when we do that, it calls us out of ourselves. And when I think what that means, what does that mean to be called out of ourselves? I think one way we can define it or look at it is, I am my brother's keeper. Because we're a part of a wholeness, your well-being is part of my well-being. You know, I read years ago about a study that they conducted, and they found if they take something that's hot and puts it on a person's finger, a certain part of their brain will light up. And what they also found is that somebody looking at somebody else who's experiencing pain, the same part of their brain lights up. So I am my brother's keeper, and your well-being is a part of my well-being. Let me give you 2 examples, okay? Probably all of you have seen the movie It's a Wonderful Life. Well, now I've been married to Becky for 35 years, and Becky loves that movie. So I've probably seen it 2,000 times, in black and white, in color, whatever they made that movie in, I've seen it. And in the movie, James Stewart plays the part of George Bailey. And George Bailey is a really good person. And George touched a lot of lives, but he doesn't realize how much his goodness and his kindness have touched people. And so at some point towards the end of the movie, George is thinking about committing suicide. He's thinking about jumping into the ocean. And as he's standing there watching one wave after another crash, an angel named Clarence comes into his life. And Clarence shows George how how his kindness, what it did for his community, and how it saved his community and all the people in the community from a really cruel fate. And George sees how his kindness has touched people, and he changes his mind. So I want to give you another more personal example. So I think I might have talked about the fact that three of our mentors, when I say our, Becky and me, three of our mentors made their transition in 2025. And it was 1 month after another. And it was very painful for us. And the last one who made her transition was a minister named Reverend Joy Yon. And Becky and I used to go to Joy's church. And we became friends, and I loved Joy. She's a really good person, and she was also really feisty. And I appreciated that about her. Well, one day, I saw something, and to be honest, I don't remember what it was. But when I watched it, I realized that there was something there that Joy had taught me. And because she taught me that, it made my later time as a practitioner and a minister easier. And so I wanted to call her and talk to her. I used to call her about twice a year. So I called her up and I started to tell her how I appreciated what she had done, and I thanked her. And there was this long pause. And then Joy said, "Ron Fox, you know I love you, don't you?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "So Ron Fox, you're not going to take personally what I'm going to say to you." And I went, "Uh-huh." And she paused again. And then she said, "I have no idea about what the hell you're talking about." And I have to say, I laughed. And she said to me, she got really serious. And she said, "But Ron, that's a good thing. It's a good thing, because as you walk through your life as the person you are, you're going to touch a lot of people, and you won't know it either. Either because they don't say anything, or it's so much a part of you, you don't realize it." She said, "But Ron, here's the thing. As you go through your life, keep on walking and keep on touching, because that's what life is all about." And you know, those words remind me of something that Maya Angelou said many years ago. She said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." You know, the Dalai Lama said that small acts of kindness can make a big difference. And it reminded me, Becky and I, we're locked together. We do almost everything together. But one day, about a month ago, Beck went to the supermarket by herself. She said, "I just have to run out." And I was busy. And she came back and she said to me, "You know, it's interesting, Ron. I read that the people that work in our supermarket are trained to greet people and smile at them." And she said, "That happened to me in the store." She said about 3 of the young people greeted me and smiled at me and whatever. And I said, "How did it make you feel?" She said, "You know, even though I know they were trained to do it, it really felt good. You know, a small act of kindness." And Beck came back with a big smile. on her face. The Dalai Lama said, we don't need temples, and we don't need complicated philosophies. He said, my brain and my heart are my temple, and my philosophy is kindness. So Robert Fulghum is a writer, wonderful writer. He's a minister, and he's written books like, I think, Everything I Learned in Kindergarten, or The Bed Was on Fire When I Lay Down on It. So some of you might have heard of him. Well, one day he saw a homeless person by a highway, and he decided to stand with the person to see what went on for about an hour. And this person had a sign that he was holding up, and the sign said, homeless Vietnam veteran. Here's what happened in the hour. Some people drove by and didn't look at him, or tried not to look at him. Some people changed lanes. One person rolled down their window and said, get a job, jackass. Somebody else gave him the finger. A group of teenagers swerved their car at him and made him jump. After an hour, here's what he had gotten: one smile and $1. So Fulghum gave him $20 and drove him to a shelter. And Fulghum said, it's not my job to judge him, and I can't cure him permanently, but sometimes a small kindness is enough. You know, Rumi once wrote, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you've built against it. And I thought, wouldn't those people that snarled at him or swerved a car at him, wouldn't it be nice if they can look and see what the barriers are that stop them from loving somebody who fought to protect our country, but now was in a bad place? Rachel Remen is a doctor and a teacher, and at our convention, which took place last week, she was awarded an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters, which I am thrilled to say I nominated her for. Well, Rachel tells a story about a group of doctors that was at a seminar on communications. And the leader of the seminar asked them to do something that they hadn't done in years. He asked them to take out their stethoscopes and listen to their own hearts. And here we have a group of men and women, mostly men, honestly, that every day spend a huge part of their day listening to other people's hearts. But today, they were listening to their own. And for many of them, maybe all of them, it was a moment that really touched them, because they realized the miracle that they work with every day. And there was just complete silence in the room until one of the men stood up and said, I would like to say a prayer. And here's the prayer that he said. It's a Hebrew prayer. Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. Lord, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we did not know it. So I want to conclude by just talking a little more about living from our heart. You know, living from your heart isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily practice, a moment-by-moment choice. It's choosing courage over comfort, compassion over control, truth over fear. And when you live from your heart, you listen more deeply, you forgive more freely, you choose more courageously, and you love without bargaining. The world doesn't need more presence. The world doesn't need more perfection. It needs more people who are brave enough to be authentic, brave enough to feel, brave enough to love without armor. And so I would just ask you today, when all of the service is over, you know, my message, and for those of you that are going to stay on for our discussion, when all of that is done, before you walk out, before you turn your computer off, take a moment, take a deep breath, put your hand on your chest, and ask yourself, what would my heart choose now? And then have the courage to follow it. God bless you. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you all in the discussion period in a little bit.
You're on mute, Vance.
And thanks, Ron. And like he said, we're going to meet on Zoom in just a little bit to have a discussion about that wonderful talk. CSLMidtown.org, and scroll down to Zoom there. Now it's time for our new minister Sacred Covenant Easy Prayer. There is only one life. This life is good. This life is God. This life is my life now. In knowing that I am one with this life that is God, I therefore know that I am one with all of its blessed expressions, which includes the presence of a new minister for my beloved spiritual community. Because I know that the highest purpose of my new minister is to express spirit, I therefore know that my new minister is a revelation of spirit as principle. I further know that my new minister is the fulfillment of that which has been promised by God. For it is written, principle is not bound by precedent. It operates according to law and is always available to those willing to align themselves with it. As I stand in agreement with my beloved community, I see my new minister before me as inspiring spiritual oneness through wisdom, love, and authenticity. I now intend to experience my new minister in full cooperation and agreement with my community, knowing this truth about myself. I am inspired to live as love in the expression of principle. I am awakening the wisdom within me by clearly communicating the principles of universal truth. I am a conduit of divine love, wisdom, and healing energy, recognizing the inherent wholeness within all beings. I am offering teachings, classes, and mystical studies grounded in spiritual principles to cultivate inner wisdom, personal transformation, and empowered living. I am extending the love, compassion, and transformative power of spirit into the wider community, fostering connections that heal, uplift, and support individuals in their unique journeys. As I now accept the highest expression of a new minister into my life, I know that they will be revealed in a way that will express spirit and serve the highest and greatest good of all who are touched by their presence. I am grateful God is gracious, and so it is. Now it's time for our conscious giving, and I'd like to thank everyone who supports this center for us being out in the world. You can donate at cslmidtown.org/donate, scan the QR code. If you're listening to this online, you get us online later. You can do this at any time, and we'd appreciate your ongoing contributions. If you're fed by this information, by this service that we're providing to you, if you haven't already, consider donating $5, $10 a month. Here are announcements. Well, okay, so let's do our affirmation of prosperity. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. Got a few announcements. I'd like to thank Becky Fox for being our practitioner today, Ron Fox for that wonderful talk. Next week, we have Reverend Dr. Harry Morgan Moses speaking with us on 3 little words: live, laugh, love. Every Sunday at 10 a.m., there's an adult study group on, and they're going through the Science of Mind textbook right now. 10 a.m.s at our Zoom channel, cslmidtown.org. Scroll down to Zoom, click on that. There's a passcode to get you in. Same one we're doing for the discussion after this. So, thank you for all of that. And now let's do our affirmation of life. I leave this place now knowing something better than I knew before. I go forth into the world with a heart full of love and a mind full of good sense. I look at the world in a greater way, knowing that I have within me everything I need to create the life I desire. I give thanks for this understanding, and I am grateful for the spirit of life that lives through me. And so it is. Thanks, everybody. Have an awesome week.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all that I have. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all that I have. Hey! Oh yeah. Grateful. I just say I am so grateful every day for all I have. Every day. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all I have. Every day I say it. Grateful. How I'm grateful. Every day. Oh yeah. I am so grateful. Oh yeah. I'm so grateful. 'Cause I accept and I receive. I am so grateful. Oh yes, I am. I am. So grateful, hey, grateful. I'll just count my blessings. Grateful. I just count my blessings.
There is a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it.
New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.